outside of Three Body Problem, what else have you been watching and enjoying recently?
Anatomy of a Fall. That's to me it was the best film of the year. It's one of those films where it reminded me why I became a filmmaker. It put passion back into my work.
I've been on a Stephen King kick lately, which I hadn't been reading him in probably 20 years, and so I finished The Shining a few weeks ago. Right now I'm reading The Stand, and I just, it's old news to say that Stephen King is amazing, but the way he gets you to fall in love with his characters and then he does terrible things to them, and that's right up my alley, and I just love that Stephen King.
I always say Taskmaster, which is a UK show that if you've never seen, then it won't mean anything to you, but I just come back to it again and again, even if I've seen it a dozen times, because it just makes me so happy.
I've been watching our friend Jason Momoa make guitars on his Max show. That's like comfort food to me, so that's On the Roam. That's what I've been watching.
I love Miss Peregrine Home to Peculiar Children. I like how mysterious it is and stuff.
I recently read John Hershey's book, Hiroshima. I recently read A Little Late to the Party, A Little Life.
It destroyed me.
Yeah, in a good way. I thought it was such a profound book because the main character doesn't get better. There's no like Aristotle twist where it really takes you on quite a painful journey. I guess those are the first two that come to mind.
I watched a show called Stath Let's Flats, which is, I think it's on HBO Max here in the US, but it's a Channel 4 show in the UK, and it's hilarious, and I recommend.
Well, I live in London, so most of what I watch is sort of British or European TV, and there's been some great shows. On BBC there's an Irish crime family show called Kin, and then there's a wonderful, I think it's out here, a great romantic story called One Day. Have you seen it?
Yeah, we love it. I like what.
Absolutely love it. I downloaded the final 3 episodes, and I watched them on the plane over last time I came over the SAG Awards. It must have been very curious to see a 76-year-old man sitting watching this TV screen crying and laughing and crying.
I've not actually watched anything since the final season of Succession. That was the one that everybody was kind of talking about at the time, and I normally watch shows a long time after they finished, but that felt like one of the only times in my life I've watched it at the same time. I stayed up till 2 a.m. to watch the finale and follow the whole thing, so that was the last thing I was fully engaged with, yeah.
Oppenheimer, and I also enjoy Poor Things, and I also enjoy Edward Berger's film, and I also enjoy Harry Potter, and my dream role is Mulan.
I'm a big self-help book reader. I mean, I'm always reading The Tao of Jeet Kune Do, Bruce Lee. It was during when he hurt himself and he was just lay vertical, just like with his back healing. He wrote The Tao of Jeet Kune Do, and it's been my sort of mantra that I read, within my work.
I'm a fan of anime and Studio Ghibli, so if you are not familiar with Studio Ghibli, I think you need to go back to back Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, and Howl's Moving Castle.